What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Prime Socrates. So he's a 91 cam, coming in at about 800k on the Xbox, 825 on the PS, and at the minute 0 on the PC. I think at the minute 1 is not up for sale because I don't think he's going to be max price of 2.2 mil. He is a 4-star, 5-star, which is absolutely perfect. Coming in at a whopping 6'4", a very, very big boy. High, medium, obviously right-footed, and to be fair, he's always been a funny one. Like, I genuinely really like pretty much every Brazilian icon, even Rivaldo. I don't know what it is, I just have a thing for them, and hopefully we do get as many as possible, basically. And it doesn't matter what version, I just enjoy getting Brazilian icons. They just work well. I don't know if it's just my playstyle or naturally it seems every player in the Brazilian icons, obviously a lot of them are going to be pretty good anyway, they just suit me. So I absolutely love Socrates. We've had him a few years in a row. We've managed to get multiple versions of him, from his moments, from his base to his mid to his prime. So we have a very well relationship with Socrates. We know roughly what each game he's been all about, and to be fair to him, as a 6'4" player, he's normally pretty nimble, and to be fair, last year especially, the balance didn't really matter that much. We have got the engine on him, which is actually absolutely perfect, because you could go absolute all-out balls to the wall with the Hunter, but I think an engine actually would be really solid just to get that balance up that little bit more, give him that just a bit extra, and I think that would be perfect. Obviously, you could go with the Hunter, gives him 94 pace, 96 shooting, turn him into a 92 or 93 cam / centre forward, or you go with the engine, turns him into a 94 cam, gives him 89 pace with, 90 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, but then it gives him 97 passing and 95 dribbling. I think that, for me, as a cam role with him, is going to be more beneficial personally. In terms of traits, we only have flair and power header. Like I say, 6'4" with, 70 jumping, which is okay for how tall he is, and then obviously 88 head and accuracy. He's going to be lethal. His ball control, his dribbling, his composure is absolutely top tier. He's got great passing on him, and even his long shots are pretty decent. So we're not going to go too much more into it. Let's jump into him and see what my man can do. Socrates going for that big run. Was he onside? I think he's kept it as well. Get that first touch. Nobody's in the box. He's absolutely found him in no man's land here. Little spin. That's what I mean. He's just genuinely pretty lethal. That's a great little block from Cruz, and it knocks him over, unfortunately. And I think for me, in terms of Brazilian icons, they're always a kind of a key in any icon pack, especially if you are obviously packing them, because everybody loves that Brazilian flair, or Brazilian flag, in fact, just in case you do get that lovely striker or centre forward. Can we find a ball there? Going a bit of a heavy one. Again, Socrates. Zambrotta's going to run down. Little ball into Diarra. Mbappe into Laudrup, who's going to just pass it across. It's going to go for that left foot, but unfortunately gets the block. Wanted to potentially get a bit of an outside of the foot there if I could have. He's taking the corners, which is not what we want, but that's a header and a half from Ferdinand. I think as well a big thing that obviously Socrates brings to the table, other than incredible passing, how Zola didn't bury that, is the fact that he is so tall, and naturally when you find a lot of tall players, it's not all the time, and just because, like I say, they are 6'4", 6'6", whatever, doesn't mean necessarily this is for everybody. But when especially you are in such a kind of a high rated stance, you tend to just naturally win the ball back with them. It just is what it is. He's got long legs. He's obviously going to cover much more ground with a bit more height, and especially being 91 rated, you are naturally going to have some very good stats in certain positions, and I always find that he just naturally wins the ball back, or at least puts himself in that area to be able to get the ball back into him. He's going to pick one outside of the foot. Lovely. Get it back into him. I think with Socrates as well, the passing is just a huge area, especially in that middle, when you kind of pulling the strings, kind of really trying to get into that attacking position with your strikers. He is going to be absolutely lethal to be able to get you there. Zola's really not stepping up there. We've had 2 shots where he's not necessarily through on goal, but he most definitely should be doing better in front of goal there. Socrates is going to find that run. That is beautiful. Get the first touch, get the cross on, and Mbappe is going to try and just help it on. What on earth is going on? Try and get the ball back, Zola. A little bit of a panic station there, just rapidly pressing B, trying to get the ball. And I think as well, with the kind of added point that he does tend to win the ball back quite a lot, you've kind of got the reverse side of that as well. Obviously being quite tall, he's naturally going to be tackled a little bit more as well. He's not necessarily going to be as nimble in terms of being able to get through defenders, as he is 6'4", so a bit of a bigger target to kind of go and have an attack on. But you have obviously, oh, that is poor. You obviously got to actually get there first. Oh, and it's beautiful. Has the fake. I didn't think that it was going to him. Mbappe with a beautiful ball across, just bypasses Zola. He comes into the box, goes for the fake, and he just buries it in the bottom right. Socrates seeing one through, it's into Zola. Big ball across to Mbappe, and that is the Cam's dream. Lovely to one, bang to the other. Mbappe finishes. Socrates again. Oh, he's gone for the offside trap. Oh, and that's just enough. He's done beautifully to get that block off. Otherwise, there's another ball through easily. Lovely bit of skill. Managing to find him. Was he on? Did he? Pings it across. Mbappe. Beautiful. Obviously, just missing out on obviously that offside trap, which is very unfortunate. I feel like he most definitely had it, but we just got lucky. We've been able to kind of send that first time, and I'm expecting him to just go for the slide here. Lovely little turn. Pings it into Zola. One more to Mbappe. Finesse with it, Mbappe. And thank you very much. That is Socrates at an all-time high. So going into the overall Socrates, honestly, he plays brilliantly still. Yes, he is a little bit more bigger. So some players, depending on how your game style works, if you're used to the likes of Bruno, maybe a bit of Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo, some of this kind of smaller cams, even a David Silva back in the day, you're looking more kind of skillful, bit more agility on him, a little bit more quicker on that kind of two-step. Whereas Socrates, he is a pass and move. Yes, he can dribble. 100% he can move past players, but he's not necessarily going to be the greatest at it. You're best off to kind of keep the ball moving with him, side steps, a little bit of skills here and there, nothing too extravagant with him. He's got the weak foot, so left and right doesn't matter, and obviously he has that ability to pass. We've seen him left, right, middle. He can through ball across the floor, over the top, get absolutely anybody. So that is a big benefit from him. The other point is he wins the ball back. Naturally, he's a big lad, so he just genuinely can reach a little bit more than your average cam. Obviously, you're looking at like a 5'10", maybe even a 5'8", depending on who you're going with. There's very few that are like 6'3" and above and actually usable, to be honest, and to be brutally honest, there isn't very many. Obviously, you've got your likes of your Hullets and your Vieiras in terms of the midfield, but in terms of that specific cam role, there is very few. If we do look at icons in that position, I know it's going to come up with pretty much everybody. You're looking at your Zidanes. That is like the ultimate goal there, really. Other than that, in terms of cams, obviously Hadji, I don't think is that tall. We definitely know Maradona isn't. Balak's more of a centre mid. Laudrup isn't terrible, but I feel like Socrates definitely is over him personally. Ronaldinho's obviously a little bit smaller. I feel like Zidane is probably the perfect comparison in terms of height, size, and what is he? He's 6'1", so even then he's still 3 inches smaller, which is crazy to think because Zidane ain't a small bloke either. But obviously Zidane, for me, I think in terms of especially his prime, is light years above. 96 rated, he's absolutely clear. Whereas Socrates, 800k, still plenty of room to kind of go down. Base is what, 235, mid 355. Definitely not a terrible price for them too, and more than likely as we get prime icon packs, as we get repeatable icon packs, we will see that price drop even more, and then heading into moments we will see that probably just completely vanish down to the bottom, and then the moments will be the next one. In terms of kind of rating for him, I don't think he's necessarily a 9. There definitely is better players out there at 9 rated. If I was being really honest with him, I'm not going to just be totally biased because I actually like him. I'm going to be giving him, I reckon, anywhere between 8.6 and 8.7. I feel like that is kind of where he's at personally for me. I feel like pace-wise is not too much of an issue. Obviously, if we did go with the Hunter, then 100%, 94, 96, can't argue. But I think the engine, just that nice little balance and agility boost, is absolutely wonders. And as well, getting his passing up to 97, you cannot complain as that specific cam roll. But then obviously, so pace is not a problem. Shooting-wise, again, he's not necessarily the main goal scorer in anybody's team, but he definitely can do it, and especially some long shots. You never know. You've just got to kind of give a hit and hope. With the 5-star weak foot as well, really can't complain there. Passing is exquisite. Dribbling is decent, especially if you consider his height. I think it is very nice. Heading, again, a very nice stat to have, and obviously strength-wise, just natural size and body type is going to kind of get you there with that one. So overall, hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure you do like and subscribe on the channel, and I will catch you all for the next one. Peace.